Hello everyone and welcome back to Phat Pack Magic, where today we have the top 4 gameplays from the previous Darkside FNM Pioneer event. Man, that was a lot to slog through. Anyways, so on the left we have Ben Friedman, who's piloting Mono Black against Brian Hickey's Simic Aggro deck. And right now, he's preparing to launch the final Alpha Strike of the game. He's drawn a card, he's taken a peek, and he's swinging in. And his entire gameplay hinges on Brian Hickey making the correct play of this game. And as he is finalizing his attacks, and he's saying, you know what, swing all in, all at you, at your face, for 11, Xaxes damage, for lethal. And Brian is looking at his hand. He can crew the Copter, he can make a block against the Mutavault, he can block against the Scrap Heap Scrounger, and he'll be able to pull a card and loot through one more time. Now, this all hinges on him piloting the Copter and Ben flipping over the Fatal Push. Brian Hickey made the correct play, but the Fatal Push sealed the game because Ben was able to swing in for Xaxes. And this is number 4 on our top 4 list. And we are at number 3. Vince Mallow is piloting Izzet Phoenixes, and he is on the back foot against Joe Loster's Rakdos Vehicles deck, throwing out a Wild Slash that's going to kill off the Bomat Courier, and Joe trying to decide how he's going to respond to that. He's not going to pitch his hand, and those 3 tough cards are going to be going away, and it's turn 4 on Joe. He's deciding how he wants to play it out, and he's looking at that Chandra, but there's another card in hand that he's curious about. But down goes Chandra, and it's going to be countered by an Izzet Charm by Vince. Goes to the yard, and Vince starts up his turn. Now that's not the play of the game. Watch closely as Vince plays the Steam Vents tap. That's not the moment. But here it comes. Joe draws for turn. He's got a Mountain, and he's got a Smuggler's Copter, he's got a Bomat Courier, and a little bit of something else. And, oh boy, that's Hazoret, the Feverant, and he's going to be able to play out, nope, not that, he's going to play out that Bomat Courier, and has 1 card in hand, meaning that that Hazoret is live, and that card is just something Vince is not going to be able to deal with. Being able to chunk away at Vince's life total for 5 damage every turn, and then a 2 more damage after that for each subsequent card draw. Joe has completely taken this game to the worst that Vince can imagine, and a Wild Slash is all he can offer up against that Bomat Courier. Has 5 damage, chunks away at Vince's life total, and that is Joe Loster's play of the game. We're following behind Vince Mallow again, and in this turn he's going to use a strategic planning to dig through 3 cards, and he finds a Phoenix on the top. So he's going to chuck 2, keep that thing in the ice, and then pass the turn back. Now, Nick Stage is stuck on land drops, and he's got a bunch of 2-drops in hand. But he can get through this. All he needs is 1 pivotal turn. He swings in with the Swift Spear, taps 1, brings down to 19, goes light at the stage, but Vince says Spell Pierce. Now, normally, conventional wisdom says that you don't counter the card draw. But in this case, Vince was completely right to do so, because now he can hedge his advantage. He's counting out 1 Phoenix in the yard, and he's got a ton of spells in hand. So he's going to start off with an Opt, look at the top, draw it. It's a Wild Slash. He's going to Wild Slash, but in response to the Wild Slash, is he? Yep. He's going to Wild Slash, and in response to the Wild Slash, Lightning Axe, holding priority. That's 3 spells. 2 Phoenixes come out and come in swinging for 6 damage. And that is why this is the play of the game, number 2. And now for the top play of the game, we've got Rob Pisano and John Hornberg. Rob deploys a Jace's Vryn's Prodigy. John untaps, draws for turn. He's got Nykthos in hand. Drops it. Oh man, and look at his hand go. Taps green, taps Mystic for green. Burning Tree, into Burning Tree. 2 mana floating. And he's going to filter it into Nykthos. 5 mana floating, drops Voracious Hydra for 3, blows the Jace's Vryn's Prodigy so hard that it flies off the mat, and leaves John with 8 power on board from turn 2. And this is why it is the play of the game. But what was your favorite play of the game? Let me know in the comments section below. Until next time, may all your packs be fat.